Let's read about Central Asian contact, which is after Mauryan dynasty in Tarun Goyal book. In eastern India, central India, and the Deccan, the Mauryas were succeeded by a number of native rulers such as the Sungas, the Kanvas, and the Satavahanas. In northwest India, they were succeeded by a number of ruling dynasties from Central Asia. First comes the Indo Greeks. A number of invasions took place around 200 BC. The first to invade India were the Greeks, who were also called the Indo Greeks or Bactrian Greeks because they ruled Bactria. It is said that they pushed forward as far as Ayodhya and Patliputra. Their first king was Demetrius I from 200 to 180 BC. The most famous Indo Greek ruler was Menander from 165 to 145 BC, also known as Milinda. He had his capital at Sakala or modern Sialkot in Punjab. He was converted into Buddhism by Nagasena. The conversation between the two has been described in the Pali text Milinda Pano or the Questions of Milinda. Greeks were the first to issue coins, which can be definitely attributed to the kings, and also the first to issue gold coins in India. Strato II from 25 BC to 10 AD was the first king to issue lead coins. They also introduced the practice of military governorship. The governors were called strategos. The Greek rule introduced features of Hellenistic art in the northwest frontier of India. Gandhara art was its best example. The term Horsastra, used for astrology in Sanskrit, is derived from the Greek term horoscope. Greeks imported large amount of paper from India. That's why the paper was named as Yavanapriya. Then comes the Sakas or Scythians in 90 BC. The Greeks were followed by the Sakas, who controlled a large part of India than the Greek did. There were 5 branches of the Sakas with their seats of power in different parts of India and Afghanistan. A king of Ujjaini who called himself Vikramaditya defeated Sakas. An era called the Vikram Sambat is reckoned from the event of his victory over the Sakas in 57 BC. From this time onward, Vikramaditya became a coveted title. The most famous Saka ruler in India was Rudra Daman I from AD 130 to 150. His achievements are highlighted in his Junagadh inscription. This inscription records in details the repairs of Sudarsana Lake built by Pushyagupta, a governor of Chandragupta Maurya, in Kathiawar without using forced labor. It is the first major inscription to be written in Sanskrit. The Parthians. Then comes the Parthians. Originally, they lived in Iran, invaded at the beginning of Christian era, from where they moved to India. In comparison to Greeks and Sakas, they occupied only a small portion in northwest India in the 1st century. The most famous Parthian king was Gondophares from AD 19 to 45, in whose reign Saint Thomas is said to have come to India for the propagation of Christianity. Then come the Kusanas in 45 AD. He came from the North Central Asia near China. Their empire included a good part of Central Asia, a portion of Iran, a portion of Afghanistan, Pakistan, and almost the whole of North India. Kujul Kadphises was the founder of Kusans in India. He was followed by Vim Kadphises, who issued gold coins in large numbers. The purity of these gold coins was even better than the Gupta era coins. Kanishka was their most famous king. He had two capitals, first at Puruspur near modern Peshawar and second at Mathura. He patronized the following persons: Ashwagosha, who wrote Buddha Charitra, which is the biography of Buddha, Sundarananda, and Sutralankar. Buddha Charitra is considered the Ramayans of Buddhists. Nagarjuna wrote Madhyamik Sutra. In this book, Nagarjuna hints at the concept of relativity. Hence, he is considered the Indian Einstein. He traveled to China to preach Buddhism. Basumitra, or chairman of 4th Buddhist Council. Charaka, a physician, wrote Charaka Samhita. He is called the Indian father of medicine. These all Charaka, Vashumitra, Ashwaghosha, Nagarjuna, all were patronized of Kanishka. Kanishka controlled the famous Silk Route in Central Asia, which started from China and passed through his empire in Central Asia and Afghanistan to Iran and Western Asia, which formed part of Roman Empire. Kanishka is known in history for two reasons. He started an era in AD 78 which is not known as Sakasambhata, which is now known as Sakasambhata and is used by the government of India. He extended his wholehearted patronage to Buddhism, held his fourth Buddhist council in Kashmir. Some of the successors of Kanishka bore typical Indian names as Vasudeva. The Gandhara school of art received royal patronage of the Kusanas. Impact of Central Asian contacts introduced the use of burnt bricks for flooring and that of tiles for both flooring and roofing. Introduced the use of riding horse on a large scale. The Sakas and the Kusanas introduced turban, tunic, trousers, and heavy long coats. They also brought in cap, helmet, and boots, which were used by warriors. In the religious field, the Greek ambassador Heliodorus set up a pillar in honor of a Kusana ruler Vasudeva near Vidisha in MP. The Kushan Empire gave rise to several schools of art, Central Asian, Gandhara and Mathura. In the post-Mauryan period, known for the red painted wear, maximum foreigners were Indianized. The ill practice of child marriage started in India during the Kusana period only. Mathura produced not only beautiful images of Buddha in red sandstone, but it is also famous for the headless erect statue of Kanishka. Vashyayana wrote Kama Sutra. Thank you.